Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video here on Understanding Crypto. My name is Herve, and every other day here I try my best to bring you crypto in the easiest way possible on the internet. So if that's the type of content you find interesting, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel with your notifications on so that you do not get to miss any other value-packed video like this one. With that said and done, let's just jump right into the video. Starting off right here on the S&P, we can see that it's basically the same way we saw it the last time. Yeah, it's a slow mover. The inverted head and shoulders here is telling us that the S&P could go right up to 4,600. So between this zone right here, so inside of this zone right here is where we expect the S&P to top out. I will leave the link to our previous video where you can watch and see how we came about this right here. I want to make these videos shorter. And going here to the dollar, we did say that the dollar will be coming down here to about 97. So like 97 down here is what we still expect. And although it looks like it's starting to move higher, if we go to the weekly time frame, you will see why I think it should still drop back to the downside. Now, you would easily see this and say, oh, that's a double bottom, it should go higher. And you may actually use this other double bottom down here on the stochastic as some type of confluence for this double bottom right here. Yes, and this is actually a bullish divergence, and you could still say that okay, this should go higher. However, you would also see that that bullish divergence is also having a bearish divergence on top, kind of counteractive, I would say, because this high right here with the high on the stochastic does not have another high succeeding it up here. So if this was up here corresponding with this high, then we will say that okay, the dollar now is showing strength. However, that is like so, and this is like so, giving us the bearish divergence instead. So I would expect the dollar to go like so. Now, bear in mind, these are on the higher time frames, so it's not something that will happen today or tomorrow. It could happen, but it's not guaranteed to happen today or even next week. This could take a lot of time, which is why I decided to be making these predictive analysis videos weekly, so that we have like the bigger picture of where we are going. If we go here to USDT dominance, we will see that we are pretty much expecting the same thing to happen. We are still waiting for it to come down here to this area, which will be the 0.618 corresponding with the zone right here, which is the neckline of this double bottom. Yeah, now you can also see from here that USDT is in an ascending channel, and if you take if you take the target, that's actually the first target for the ascending channel, and you put here, it is pointing you right into that golden pocket. So this gives me further confidence that USDT is going to find its way down to here. Now again, these are on higher time frames. This is on the 3-day time frame, and on the weekly time frame you will also see that USDT has topped out around here, and that is happening with a bearish divergence as well. So you see this high right here is having a lower high on the stochastic, and here we have a higher one, that's a higher high on the stochastic, but not having a corresponding high on price action. So if this high right here was here instead, then this will show strength. Now going to Bitcoin. Okay, so Bitcoin on the monthly time frame, we do have an evening star on the monthly. Now something which I have noticed is that the S&P is moving higher. The Nasdaq is also moving higher, but Bitcoin is not. This tells me that investors do not have confidence. They are going for assets that are, supposed to be safer asset. So yeah, this is not really good, to be honest. It's not really good for a move to the upside. However, I still expect that move. as I've always said, if I am wrong about Bitcoin moving to 47k, well, I'll just buy when it comes down here. Like, I'll just buy when it comes down here, and we will see that as we go down to the daily time frame. I'll just buy around here, and I will go all in if it can come down here, because my theory on Bitcoin going to 3k actually depends on it going up, not too high. That's 60, it's about 69,000. So actually depends on it going up to around here, then plummeting, because that will confirm my my theory. It will confirm my pattern for it going down there. So apart from the evening star that we see on the monthly, everything remains the same. I still think it is going to go up, and as we go to the weekly and daily, you will understand why I still think so. Okay, so we go to the weekly on Bitcoin. You see, I still need the stochastic cross right here. It will be sort of the same type of cross that we got here, and it will also be the same cross that we got down here. When we do have these crosses on the weekly time frame, most of the times price will significantly increase. So I still expect this weekly cross here whilst we hold above the 200 MA, the 200 weekly MA. This 200 weekly MA is very important. Now, I know some people do not use indicators, but until when do you ignore them? Yeah, like it's clear. Look at it here. Holding here moves up. Holding here moves up. Like, when do you like stop ignoring them, basically? So I still expect that Bitcoin moves higher so long as it is not closing a weekly candle below this moving average. We saw it close a weekly candle here, and we plummeted down to 15.4, 15.5. When we see a close below here, that will not be very good. But so long as we are holding here, now note that I'm talking about a weekly close. So even going right down to 23 and then going back up in a single week will not be bad. So if I see a move to the downside, I would only hope that it goes back up and closes a weekly candle up here. And if it doesn't, I will just be of the inclination that BTC will be finding its way down to here. If we go to the daily time frame, the daily time frame is actually where we have more information, because the weekly time frame and all of this, we have covered them already. I'm trying to make the video short, not talk about the same things over and over. On the daily time frame, we do see a clear bull flag. Now let's take all of this out so that we explain. So on the daily time frame, we see a very clear bull flag, but bull flags and bear flags, I always expect the opposite first. That's basically why they would say it's retail patterns and stuff, because retail would just expect that, okay, it's a bull flag, let it just go up. Yeah, now it can go up. Some of the times, maybe 20 or 30% of the times, it will go up, but usually I would expect a move like so. I would expect a move to the downside, then up. I would not immediately think it goes higher. I always expect the wrong side first. So even when I see a symmetrical triangle like so, I would expect it to do something like this and do this, then this. I would not just think it should zoom up higher because it was a symmetrical triangle from a move to the upside, so it's some bull pennant and it should move higher. It could. In a strong trend, it will go up, but I usually would expect the wrong side first. This is how I would expect it. So when I see a structure like this, I would take Fibonacci and I take from here to here, and I expect that it comes down to this one, then moves higher. This is what I used on XRP basically, and some people were like, oh no, you did well with XRP and stuff, but that's simply Fibonacci. Yeah, this is something which I've covered many times. If you watch the videos, you would know. When I see a move to the upside, it's the same thing even here. It's the same thing that you could say of this move to the upside here. If you take from the bottom to the top right here, you see how price comes back down to this region. So you see it come back here, then go higher. Usually that is what I would expect. So if we use the same metric here, if we use the same metric here on the daily time frame, and we take this from the bottom to the top, we will see that BTC could do some type of move down to this region and then zoom up higher. Is that possible? Of course, 100%. It's very possible. Okay, but I would expect that that happens in a week. Because if it comes down here to 23.9, where we have the golden pocket, of course, that will be in your demand zone right here. And that ties with your golden pocket. So usually I would expect that it comes down here and goes higher. Yeah, but we can't see that it is holding that 200 MA on the weekly time frame. Now we are on the daily time frame, and I know this sounds a lot more confusing with some people. I would get some comments like, no, you said it's going to go up and it didn't. And it's just unfortunate that some of these people, they don't understand what time frame I was talking about. Yeah, so if you are saying that it's going to go up on the weekly time frame, those people would expect that it goes up, say, in the next 5 minutes. And if it doesn't go up, say, in the next hour or so, they come to say, oh, you said it's going to go up and it didn't. And that is why I make YouTube videos, so that we can actually have the time to explain, and so that people can understand why you have a certain stance. When I talked about XRP, it took a lot of time. It actually took a lot of time when I talked about XRP. Let's see XRP. We actually covered XRP on this channel. I think in the other video, we did talk about XRP, and I was indicating that at that region would be the best buy zone. Where is XRP? This is XRP, and yeah, XRP is now up here. We did talk about this, yes. We said on this channel that from here, from this region down here, if you take your Fibonacci, XRP should be bouncing down here. Now look at how long XRP took for that to happen. We actually talked about that around here. I made a video on TikTok around here, and I said that XRP should come back down to between 42 and 39 cents and move back up higher. Now look at how many days it took for that to happen. It took 39 days. Now between this and this, in this 39 days, I got like 1,000 hate comments here. So it's just unfortunate. Some people do not have the patience for it. So yeah, that's the unfortunate thing. But with this method, it usually would take time. It takes a lot of time to accomplish this. So you just have to wait. And these methods are not best on 4 hourly and on the 1 hourly. They are not really good. On the daily, on the weekly, yes, they are very good, because Fibonacci and patterns need time. They need a lot of time. You need to wait to see it. And we are actually having, say, an inverse here on XRP. We are having this. I don't know if you can even see it. We are having an inverse Adam and Eve. Inverse Adam and Eve. But I would wait. I would wait for it to do something like so. Of course, it can just move up higher. It can just zoom up higher for no reason, because it retraced this. So I explained this some time ago on the channel. I said that when you see a move like this, expect a retracement like this and expect this type of move. And here you could actually see you use the ABCD pattern right here. So ABCD would be like so, and you put it here. And then XRP should be headed up higher for this one right here. Yes, XRP should be going to somewhere around 64 cents. 64 cents would be the ideal target for XRP. To get that more accurately, you would actually see it come up like so. no, 62 cents to be more accurate. That will be like 62 cents. Anyway, let's look at BTC. We're on Bitcoin before XRP rudely interrupted our analysis. So that is the type of structure that I would actually expect here. So I would actually expect this would be the safest zone to go on a swing long position. This zone right here, this is the safest zone, and this is where I think a lot of people will not believe that BTC can reach before it heads up higher. Is it a must that it does that? No, unfortunately. Is it a must that we all see the next day? No, but we think we will. Yeah, so it's basically the same. I heard that from some other guy. Actually, he made a very good way of saying it. Like, it's not a must for you to wake up tomorrow. Like, are you guaranteed to wake up tomorrow? No, but you will tell somebody that see you tomorrow, or I will give you tomorrow. Muslims will say inshallah. So, but it's actually it's the same thing that we use in trading. Yeah, when we say that it's going to come down here, it's not a must. It's just saying that given the evidence that we have, we think it should be doing something like so. It's the same with health. Given my health, I think I will wake up tomorrow. Is it a must? No. There's a chance that I don't wake up tomorrow. There's a chance you do not wake up tomorrow. But is it most likely that you wake up tomorrow? Yes. So that is the same type of strategy that we use here. Given all the data that we have, we think it is more likely for it to come down here and move higher than for it to just go higher. Same with us. Given all the health and maybe things about us, we think it is more likely to see tomorrow than to not see tomorrow. So basically, that is the ideal zone right here. This will be the ideal zone for BTC long position, swing long position. Swing long position, that will be the ideal zone around here. This zone around here will be the ideal zone to get in on a swing long position for Bitcoin. Now that swing long position would go right up to 47. Yeah, if you were wanting to take a swing long position right up to 47, that would be the ideal zone for it. Yeah, that will be the ideal zone to catch that swing long position around here. Now I think before BTC gets to that zone, it will already be in the undervalued on the daily time frame. This is the same metric that we used the other time to depict BTC's rise to 26k. That is before it broke this high right here. I think, yeah, that was around here. I was saying, we actually made a video and I was saying that when you see this here, when each time you see this here, be very weary of shorting, because it can turn around very fast, very fast, especially when you see that at the same time being undervalued on the 3-day. It will turn around very fast and it will just head up higher and nobody will understand why it's going up that fast. That's just it with Mr. Bitcoin. So I think if BTC were to if I was to go on a long position, swing long position, that I would ride to 47 on my thesis of 47, this will be the ideal zone right here, this golden pocket. Now it may not come right into the golden pocket. It could actually bounce off just somewhere around here at 24.2. Yeah, so it's not guaranteed that it comes right down here. Yeah, so yeah, there is something which I wanted to show you on this daily time frame, which I found very interesting actually. If you take from here, let's take from here, there's something which I found. If I construct this like so, if I take from this level right here at 16.4, and then here you will see that BTC is waiting to have another bounce right here on this trend line. So there is a very high chance that BTC bounces off this trend line. It could bounce off and go like so, before coming back down again like so, then go higher. So that will be that. Now on the daily, on this same daily time frame, there was something which I found very interesting that I wanted to show you. If you take your Fibonacci and you put it like so, so from the bottom of this formation right here to the top, you will see that your your 1.618 and 1.4, that's the 1 fib, is around this region right here. Now this region is very interesting because this is what I was telling you in the other video, that and I actually did not see this in the other video. I was telling you that if BTC was to come down to here, there is a very high chance that I buy with like 90%, because I won't be expecting it to go to 3K if it did come down here. 80 to 90%, because this will be your Wyckoff. This will be a Wyckoff accumulation. Yeah, so and what I found very interesting is that the 2.6 is at 3,000. Now if you inverse this, if you just inverse the same Fibonacci, if you take this from this high, if you take the Fibonacci from this high and you put at the low right here, and you take this one from the low and put on this high right here, well, it gives you 47. So it's some type of mirror image. This is something which I left on my TikTok. I was talking about sell here, sell everything here, buy here, and go all in at 3K, because it is a very interesting mirror image. When you take from the top to the bottom, it gives you this area between 15 and 13. I believe there should be some type of liquidity around here, because this is what Fibonacci is basically saying, and at 3K. So with this one, if BTC did go up, I'll be selling here and I'll probably sell everything around here. Now I say probably because I don't know what will happen when we get there. If we get there and I see that everything is clear, I will probably just sell everything and wait for 3K. Yeah, I'll probably be waiting, and as we go lower, I will look at what is going on and see if I'll probably start DCAing in. Yeah, I'll probably DCA in as we go lower, but my ultimate target for going all in will be 3K. But I found it very interesting that we got this mirror image from Fibonacci. If you do it anywhere else, you will not have that mirror, but it is here that we have that exact mirror. So if BTC did go higher by this bull flag, actually, where will it lead? This will take us right up to 42, and I would expect a rejection at this 48, a strong rejection if we did go up. But if we went down instead, I would expect that BTC, that's the maximum that I would expect BTC to go, to continue the move higher, and that should happen within a week. It should have that retracement in the same week, like this type of sharp retracement, a V-shaped recovery. Yeah, so I would expect it to look like so. This type of movement, we would expect that it happens around here, and this will be my safest zone to get in for the ride to the upside, because going lower than that will be headed down to 15 or 14. Probably it will bounce from here and give you some type of head and shoulder like so, but no, it will just be a downtrend. That will be a downtrend, and there is no need to sugarcoat it in any way. It will be a downtrend. So I would actually expect a big move to come from this region right here. It could happen before that, but this will be my set targets. As you guys know, if it did go up, I will be selling up here, and if it did come down to this region, I will be buying. If we go to this other chart, I wanted to show you this other chart right here, which shows us BTC's balance on exchanges. We can see that BTC on exchanges has been in a strong decline. It has just been declining as BTC price reduces. We can also see a sharp decrease right here on the 8th of May, around 8th to 9th of May, we can see a sharp decrease of the BTC on exchanges. It becomes easier to move the price of BTC whilst the exchange balances decrease. This is something which is very, very important because it lets you understand how volatile BTC could become. When I talk about 3K and these crazy targets, some people say, no, it's not possible. Yeah, it is possible because a lot of people are sending BTC to their wallets. So it becomes easier to move the price of BTC on exchanges. And as more BTC leaves from wallets and comes into exchanges, there's a very high chance that the price instead drops. It can easily go up and easily go down as the exchange balances decrease. And it also tells us what whales are doing. So if this is going down, we know that whales are accumulating. If it is going up, we know that whales are selling. Basically, it could be manipulative. They could just send the BTC on exchanges to let you know that, okay, they're going to sell. You sell and they buy cheap and send all of it back to their wallets. So it's a good metric, but you have to be very cautious when you're looking at it. So as we covered in the other video, BTC dominance is pretty much the same. It's behaving the same, and I still think in the long run it is going to go lower. This is something which we covered already in the other video, so I'll just leave the link down below so that you can check it and we save some time. So on the weekly time frame in the altcoin market, we will see a bullish divergence actually forming. So I still expect that this thing moves higher. Some coins have broken lower than the previous low right here. The altcoin market and BTC dominance and S&P as well, they are all pretty much the same. So I will leave the link to those videos down below. I still expect a move like so before an eventual plummet. I think a lot more liquidity has to be taken out of this market before we see real lower lows, like the real crash. And you will understand that from the link I will leave down below. So as per my thesis, I still believe that we will go to 10K. This is something which a lot of people ask me, and I know it's pretty crazy to even say that it will happen. Some people just leave me comments and say, oh, just give up, it's over, it's still going to go higher. And the point is, I actually want it to go higher. Like, I do not want Bitcoin to go to 10K. If it did go to 10K, I know some people will panic and start to sell some of the coins that I may decide to keep. But if it did go higher, euphoria will drive in a lot of crypto adoption, and that will only serve as a good point for me. It will only increase the value of my coins. The more people adopt, the more people buy, the more your coins become more expensive. So it's better for all of us if BTC, or say if the markets moved up higher and did not ever go low. And that is one of the reasons why I intend to sell here, because I think if BTC did ever plummet back down to 15K, people will be so much in fear that they will sell off everything that they had. And coins like Chainlink will probably go to $1. Solana will probably go to $2. Polkadot will probably plummet less than $1. So yeah, it's going to be crazy. Ethereum, I talked about Ethereum actually in the other. I did send a forecast for Ethereum. This is something which I found interesting. If Ethereum ever plummeted from here, it will be coming back down to retest this upsloping trend line down here. And you could just see this and call it a bear flag, yeah? Still, I expect the first side to be the wrong side. Everybody gets excited, and then it does something like so before rallying back for the bull market. Always ask yourself, what price do I think this can never go? The price that comes to your mind is the price that it will go to. Where everybody thinks it can never go to, where everybody thinks is impossible, that's the possible. The markets will always do what you think it cannot do. And that's why I just got this figure down at around 23, actually 23.9, around 23.9 or 24.2. That's my safest area to go in on a swing long to 47. Yeah, that's where I think BTC will probably head up higher, around this region right here. Around this region is where I think BTC will move higher, because it will retrace. It will be this type of move. This is something which we've talked about. Yeah, this move, impulse, retracement, move to the upside, impulse, retracement, move to the upside. Now, something you should mark on your charts is this level right here. I wanted to make a TikTok about this level on that is April of 2022. This level on your charts, this is where I think most of these coins will retrace back up to. Most of them will be going back to retest this level before the plummet. Now, some of them may not reach there, and some of them may reach there. So I'm just looking at them differently. And Chainlink is still in the consolidation. It's been how many days now? Let's see. Chainlink has been consolidating for 392 days now. If you watched my Chainlink video, you will also know about this consolidation right here. And I think it should be soon that Chainlink takes off. Like, come on, this is terrible. So overall, I think the best zone for BTC will be to retrace this bull flag and then goes up higher. And I would expect that happens in a single week. That happens. The retracement should happen in a single week, and then we go up higher. Something like so. It should be sharp. Usually I would want to see a strong rejection off of Fibonacci. So if I see price come there and maybe say in the next hour it still comes there, that to me is cancelled. I would want a strong rejection like this one. This is on the daily, so it's different. But when I'm talking about lower time frames, I would want a strong rejection. It should reject it and start moving up higher. That is what I would expect to see. I wouldn't want it to come there and maybe consolidate like so. No, I want a strong rejection and then move higher. Anyway, thanks so much for watching the video. I hope this was a quick weekly and monthly wrap up. I am preparing my Ethereum video, and that will surely be posted tomorrow. So be subscribed for that. I will see you in the next video. I'm not feeling very well. I don't know what's wrong with me. I've been to the doctor like 5,000 times by now. But I will try as much as possible to push out the videos quick. After the Ethereum video, I have to do a video on blockchain speed. So why are some coins faster? I'll say why are some projects faster and some aren't. We'll talk about a lot of things which I think will go a long way to help with your understanding of that. And then we will start to do project reviews. So we have a lot of work to do. So I hope you are subscribed to the channel, people. Like the video and share it if you can, and then we will see each other in the next video. Until then, stay safe.